Hello guys, and welcome to the second lab of the Introduction to GIS and Cartography course. I'm your teaching assistant Kripa, and today we'll be learning how to interact with data and symbology. We will also be dealing with geodatabase and shapefiles. So it's going to be an interesting lab ahead. So I'm assuming that you guys have already downloaded the lab files from your Canvas. Please be sure to download and store it in a secure location, be it your network drive if you're using lab computers, or any of the drives which you feel secure in your own personal machine. So this is where I've stored my files. So what we're going to do is we're going to open these. So click on them, just right click and do an extract all. The same thing for shape files. Here you go. So after these have been opened, we're gonna go ahead and open a new project in ArcGIS Pro. So talking about the geodatabase, it is just an organized way to keep similar data together. So anything that is relevant stays together in a single geodatabase, and it is most often used to store both raster and vector data and also complex stuff like topology. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new map or a new project. So this is gonna be TTA Lab 02. So this is where I'm gonna be storing my project. So once again, please be very alert as to where you're gonna store it, whether it's in your network drive or in your personal machine. So let's just go ahead. So I'm expecting that you guys are kind of familiar with the GUI of ArcGIS Pro. It's really easy to follow and navigate, and it's very neat and tidy. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and connect our folders. Like I mentioned, there are two ways. You can go ahead from this Insert tab, and you can also just connect your folder through the catalog pane. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna click the folders option right here and right click and do an add folder connection. I'm going to navigate to where I saved my data sets. So yeah, this is where I've saved it. So I'm just going to click OK. And yeah, there you go. It's been connected. The document also asks us to connect our geodatabase. So as you can see, these are our geodatabase that we have just created. This is a folder that we've just created. So these are our home folders and our home geodatabase respectively. I'm gonna go and click the database, right click on it, and add a database that is already existing. So we're gonna navigate towards the same place where we've stored our geodatabase. So here it is. There you go. It's been created. So if you just want to connect to a single geodatabase, you can do it this way. And if you want to connect the whole folder, I think that's a safe option. So you have both your geodatabase and other folders connected as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and add all our shape files. So a shapefile is a simple file format. It is non-topological, and it has attribute information of our geographic features, and it is often it is only represented by points, polygons, and lines. So these are vector data. So there you go. I've added our shape files, and let's just zoom right in. So this is Salt Lake County, and these are our hiking trails. We can go ahead and see our lakes right here, and also our ski lifts in our ski areas. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting lab ahead. So just zoom out. You can also use these tools that we talked about to zoom right in, zoom out. So now we're gonna add our shapefile. So go back to your catalog pane and under your shapefiles, just import the ski area boundary shapefiles. There you go, these have been added. Okay, so the next step, we want to save all of our shapefiles in a single geodatabase. So to do that, we're going to export our shapefile of our ski area boundaries to the geodatabase. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on our layer of ski area boundaries. We're going to right click, we're going to go to data, and we're going to do an export feature. So this is going to pull up a geoprocessing tab, and this is for our analysis. So the feature that we want to input is we want to change the ski area boundaries, or we just want to change the location from the shapefiles folder to a geodatabase, right? So this is going to be our input feature, and the geodatabase that we want to save in is not this one. This is the one that we've just created for this project. We want to save it to, so just under your project tabs, there is an option called databases. Go there, and this one right here, we want to save it here. That's under inside GEOG 3100 underscore lab 02. Just click on that, do OK. Finally, we have to name this. So I'm gonna go with ski area boundaries 2. Just be sure to not add hyphens. That might be problematic. You might get an error. So we're gonna go ahead and run this. It's gonna take a while. And there you go. It's been successfully completed. So this is our new feature class that's stored in the same geodatabase. We can go ahead and check it. So we want to go back, we want to click the folder so we can go to our geodatabase, we can click on it, we can do a refresh, and right under here you can see the ski area boundaries too. This has been stored here. So that's it. Now I think it says to remove the ski area boundaries shapefile feature from the map. So let's go ahead. This is the one that we just created. We want this and we want to remove this. So we're just going to uncheck it. I'm going to click on it, right click, and do a remove. Okay, great. Now what we can do is we're going to go ahead and change our base map to terrain. So go to map tab, under that you'll find base maps, and just click terrain with labels. So it's gonna update it, and you're gonna see 2 base maps. So this is gonna be the base, and these has all the labelings, which is at the top. So this is the terrain, reference, and base respectively. Okay, now it says to go ahead and just adjust the transparency as you see fit. So we're gonna stay put and just select our terrain reference layer, and we're gonna go to up here to the appearance tab. We're gonna click on it, and the first thing you see here is like 2 squares, and that's our layer transparency. So we can change the transparency for each layer. So I'm gonna just change the transparency percentage to up to like maybe 17. You guys can see this is a lot, so we don't want that. 23 isn't bad either. I'm just gonna go with 20. So there you go. I'm just gonna go ahead and save it. Now we will be working, or with or customizing our symbology for each of the layers. So the first thing is we're going to change our trails. We're going to categorize it into the difficulty levels, and we're going to have different colors indicate that, right? So let's just go ahead. I'm gonna click on my trails layer right here. I'm gonna bring this up for better clarity. So I think everything's just green here. So I'm gonna right click on this, go to Symbology, and we're gonna do unique values because that's what's been instructed. And the field or the variable that we're interested in visualizing is the hike difficulty. So under fields, you're gonna see a lot of these variables or field names. So we'll see hike difficulty right here. And there you go. You can see all of these values just show up. So what I normally recommend you guys do is just get rid of these all other values. They tend to be problematic. There you go. And now we're gonna change the color scheme. So while changing the color scheme, we need to put in mind, we need to select color combination that might not that might not cause hindrance to people with color blindness. So just avoid the combinations of red and green, blue and green and brown. So if you see anything here, you can just go ahead and pull that up. So I'm gonna do this one right here. I think this is a dark green, dark orange, and dark purple. But I'm just gonna change. I want the moderate to be in the middle, so I'm gonna drag and drop it right here. I think I'm gonna change the color for, just like reverse the color for high and minimal. So you can go ahead and click this, go to properties. I'm gonna go with electron gold. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with this right here. Click apply. Okay, so the minimal's changed to red now. I want this to change to green. So this is easy. And as you can see now, so these are the easy hiking trails. These are the moderate ones, and this is like the most difficult one right here. So let's go back, and if you guys want to play around with the symbols for each line, so you can find like a variety of options. This has horizontal, zigzag. There's also one for trails, so, and rivers as well. So let's click on these, just like change all of these to trails. Okay, so this looks good. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and save it. All right. So yeah, now we move towards our lakes layer. So let's bring up the lakes. Just drag and drop and bring it to the top. And we're gonna right click, go to Symbology. We're gonna do a single symbol because that's easier, and you guys can change this to water bodies as well. So let's do that. And I'm gonna change the color to something big sky blue. Let's apply. Or this looks good too. Yeah. So this is done. Let's go back and do something for the ski area boundaries. We're gonna be using unique colors for each polygon. So I'm gonna bring up the ski boundaries. I'm gonna do the same, right click, go to Symbology, do this unique values. We want the shape, the name. All right, there you go. So we're just gonna get rid of all the other values, just remove it. And the color scheme, oops, just to go back. Okay, we're gonna do different colors. So all right, I think there is one for 4 colors. I'm just gonna do a random color scheme. Okay, great. Do an orange. Okay, I think there's something wrong. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this again. Right click, go to Symbology. Oh, it's not showing up. Let's do shape area. Okay, there you go. Yeah, we can do this. And we do. All right, now it's looking good. So this is what we want, and we have like 4 different colors for the ski areas. Okay, so this should be good. Go ahead and save it. And now we want to symbolize the ski lift using unique widths and shades of black and gray based on the ski lift capacity. So this is the variable we want for our ski lift feature class. So I'm gonna bring this right up here. Do the same, right click, go to Symbology. We want unique values. And under field names, we're gonna choose capacity. Yeah, so just go ahead and remove all other values. Also get rid of this null value. This isn't required. So I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in. So we want black or either gray, right? So just like one by one, we can change the color and also the width. So this is gonna be, line width is gonna be 1. I'm gonna increase this up for 2. I'm gonna do black again. And I'm gonna do 3. Select black. All right, there you go. Go ahead and save all of your work. Now we want to add labels to our ski areas. So we can just go ahead, click on the feature layer right here and do labels. Okay, so this is showing the names of all the ski lifts. We don't want that. I'm just going to turn this off. We want those for the ski area boundaries. So we're just going to go here and do labels. So there you go. You have Snowbird, Alta, Solitude, and Brighton. Just go ahead and save these. Okay, so if you guys want to change the color of the Salt Lake County, you can go ahead and do that as well. I'm gonna change it. Go to Symbology. It's gonna be a single symbol. We want a common color for all of the area. So I'm gonna go with something light. Maybe something lighter than that. Okay, great. If you guys want to change if you guys think like, so this blue right here might have similar color coding with the lakes or not. So we can go ahead and change that one by one as well. So I'm going to change this. Just going to double click. I'm going to change this to another color. Probably like a bright pink. Okay. And you can go ahead and change these colors as you wish. Yeah, I think that looks good. Go ahead and save it. Okay, so if you guys want to change the transparency, then you guys can just go ahead and do it for each layer. So if I do this, this is for the ski area boundaries. That's bad. Just zoom right here. Yeah. Yeah, so that is kind of tricky, so you don't want that. I'm just gonna do like maybe an 11%. Okay, I think we're done with today's lab. So finally, we want to just like create a simple map. So there you go. So it just says export a simple map displaying the area around the 4 ski resorts and save the project. Awesome. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to the map tab, and we're gonna go to the insert tab, do a new layout, do a letterhead, and we're gonna add our map frame. So go ahead and just click on like something like this should show up. So go ahead and click this. And I'm just gonna scale this up to here because we want a title at the top and a legend at the bottom. So this should be fine, but if you guys want a more zoomed in version, you can just delete this layout, go back to your map, zoom in. Okay. It's better to use the extent. Okay, now we're gonna go to insert, new layout, do a letter, add map frame. The extent should be fine. Add this right here. And we're gonna add a north arrow, all the elements that are needed in a map. We're gonna add a scale bar. Just gonna add this right here. And maybe let's have to do it to 20. Okay, great. Now we're gonna add our legend. Alright, so everything's gonna show up, and we're gonna add our title. So under the symbol, just go down and you'll find a title. So this is just gonna be something like ski area resorts in Salt Lake County, and we're gonna add a subtitle to it right here. Be sure to add your name and date. So these are important elements of a map. So it's gonna be August 7, 2020. And yeah, I think you should be good. And now we're going to go to the Share tab. We're gonna export our map. Like I said, it's better to take a screenshot of it as well, just in case, like, when we are gonna export it, it might crash. That has happened a lot before. So just go to your search bar, go to your snipping tool, and just take a screenshot like this, save it, wherever you want, and then go ahead and export your map. So I'm gonna go with map for lab 2 and export it as a PDF. So yeah, there you go. I think we're done for today. Please, if you guys have any question, feel free to send me an email. Yeah, thank you guys. See you in the next lab session.